Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Heaven on Earth Prayer Collective. My name is Kaia Ra. I am the author of the Sophia Code, and I am so happy to be here with you this evening. It's just wonderful to see everybody coming on to the live feed, and I want to extend a very, very warm welcome to anyone who's joining us for the first time this evening to explore what we offer in the Heaven on Earth Prayer Collective. This is a free ministry that is sponsored by the Sophia Code Foundation, which offers a free educational platform about the Ascension teachings inside the Sophia Code book. As well as live channelings, live meditations, energetic healing that may come through from the Ascended Masters. And so this is a place that we've been offering a free ministerial offering at this point for about 6 years. And I want to thank our Heaven on Earth Prayer Collective members that have been traveling with us for all of those years. And I want to, again, warmly welcome those of you who are new. I've left space in my heart and in my prayer for the unknown, which I feel really good about because this is an equinox weekend. And what I find so interesting about either the spring or the fall equinox. I know for some of you in the world, you're listening during the fall equinox. And for some of you, we're walking through the spring equinox weekend. And either way, I've always found the solstice and the equinox portals throughout the year fascinating. Being very energetically sensitive, I can always feel the equinox opening up to a tremendous amount of energy from the higher realms as well as the lower realms that kind of all begins to swirl around that that mark point in the year of an equinox. It's a culmination. It's a place where we experience a building of momentum and energy, as well as these are very potent times for energies to be released, even for souls to cross over to the other side, especially during the fall equinox and the winter solstice. Those are times of completion in our psyche, in our collective mind. And so I'm sure that many of us are coming to this evening's call from very different perspectives, different places. But what I love about the Heaven on Earth Prayer Collective is that it's always gathering us to focus upon the love and the transformation that's happening in real time during these very powerful passages of our life. So, Ashley had chosen for us to read from the passage Surrendering into an Age of Grace. And this is found on page 48 and 49 of the Sophia Code in chapter 5. Chapter 5 is the Ascended Masters of the Sophia Dragon Tribe speaking as one voice. They're sharing teachings in this chapter about where we are in our collective evolution and where we could be going if we choose as a species to pivot and focus primarily on the power of our sovereign divinity to not only heal our personal wounds, but to also soften us as well as strengthen us in our mission, in our shared angelic mission to heal the collective wounds of humanity. We are living in extraordinary times. We are living in extraordinary polarities of both dark and light. And it's always returning back to our own heart's prayer as to why we chose this lifetime, why we chose to serve, and why we choose the support of the heavenly realms when we pivot and bring ourselves back and recenter into that space, that place within our hearts that knows the truth of reality, and that the truth of reality is founded upon unconditional divine love. That's when we start to open up in our hearts and in our minds and even in our entire bodies to the possibility that we are living in an age of grace. We are living in an age of grace because of the grace that you extend to yourself and the grace that you extend to all others. And when you build a community that's based on the concepts of divine love, of sovereignty, of forgiveness, most importantly, of creativity, what we can do with our creativity and our co creation. Wow, we get to amplify these portals, such as Equinox, with even more grace for this world. So I would like to reread that paragraph on page 49. It starts at the top of the page and it says, humanity is ready for the spaciousness of grace. Grace knows how to end wars that humanity does not know how to end. Grace knows how to be at peace when humanity does not know how to be at peace with itself. Grace knows how to forgive what feels unforgivable. Grace also knows how to love what feels unlovable. Grace is the sanctuary of space from which quantum solutions arise that end the need for all suffering. Grace also allows for the seemingly impossible to miraculously appear without effort as a direct revelation of divine love. That's such an interesting sentence. A direct revelation of divine love. So the miracles of grace provide a mirror for us of what divine love looks and feels like. Let's circle back around. So when you go within your heart and you choose to no longer be at war with yourself, you are contributing to grace, the grace that knows how to end wars that humanity does not know how to end. When you go within your heart and seek to love your heart and bring peace to your own heart, you are contributing to the grace in this world by embodying a peace that humanity is still trying to figure out how to be at peace with itself. When you choose to forgive others what is unforgivable, that doesn't mean continue to be abused by those who are trespassing against you, but to forgive the unforgivable and to continue to love yourself and move forward with grace into this world, that is a profound blessing in this world that is contributing to the collective grace of healing humanity's trauma. When you remember how to love yourself and those places within you that feel unlovable, when you take the time to bring compassion and love to your own heart, even to the places within you that feel unlovable, perhaps from something you may have experienced in this life, or perhaps from how you were treated at a certain point in your life. When you bring love to those places that feel unlovable, you become the grace of this world, bringing love to those unlovable places within humanity that humanity is hiding from, running from. So I want to say a very deep and heartfelt thank you to every single member of the Heaven on Earth Prayer Collective that chooses to live in the grace of your sovereign divinity, of your light, the light of your soul, and the unconditional divine love of your higher self, pouring through your eyes, through your smile, through your hands, and through your heart, exactly where you're at this moment in your life. And I would like to open this space of grace with an invocation of the Ascended Master key codes of the Sophia Dragon Tribe to offer us a guided meditation to bring an even deeper measure and understanding of that grace to our own hearts this evening, this morning, wherever you are in the world. And in this meditation, I would really like for us to receive healing wisdom from your future self in the upcoming equinox at the end of the year, whether that's going to be the fall equinox or the spring equinox for you. It's 6 months away, and a lot can happen in 6 months. So I'd like for us to pave the way for more grace to fill your heart, fill your life path, fill your homes and your offices and your divine purposes with the blessings of grace from the ascended masters, but most importantly, from your own heart in the future. We live in a quantum reality, and it is up to us to co-create those quantum timelines of support that we deserve to receive. So let's invoke our ambassadors, our ministers of grace, of Sophia's grace from the Sophia Dragon Tribe by visualizing a beautiful circle of light and empowerment surrounding your body now. And you may feel or witness that circle of light also has some sacred flames dancing along it this evening. And that's because we're going to be receiving some very powerful healing from the seraphim this evening, from the Sophia dragons. So I'm just taking 3 deep breaths now within this circle of empowerment, your circle of light, and I welcome you to as well. Knowing that the blessings of grace are going to be deeply felt this evening and received according to your own higher self's direction, according to what is right for you, what is in your highest and best good, always. So, as many of you know, we invoke the 8 revealed key codes for activating humanity's sovereignty in a circle of light around our bodies. And this circle of light provides like pillar points, 8 points along the circle, or the 8 directions in which these key codes stand on your behalf. They stand there to protect you. They stand there to radiate unconditional love to you. They stand there in their perfect resonance of sovereignty to support your human awareness, exploring the sovereign divinity of your own soul. Your sovereign divinity is a massive concept. And to explore the light of who you really are, to explore that invincibility of your soul's light, uh, that can take months, years, even decades of your life to truly integrate and embody what that part of your soul is inviting you to. Your sovereign divinity is inviting you into a fearless existence. It's inviting you to a courage that would make most people quake in their boots. So the sovereign light of your soul takes time to integrate. It takes time to embrace within every part of your body. I mean, you can think about it as a concept. You could feel it in your heart. You could maybe feel the cellular resonance of it in your body. You may feel your soul's connection to that teaching, but ultimately, all 4 aspects of who you are will need to become integrated with that truth over time. And that's why we invoke these ascended masters to mentor us, to support us. They are not above us. They say in the Sophia Code, we love you and we mentor you eye to eye and heart to heart. And I like to add wing to wing because I believe that each and every one of us is an angel in human form. We've all come here as the light of God in human form to serve one another's hearts and to serve the great awakening of humanity to the truth of this of its sovereign divinity. And as you embody that truth, you are sending out miraculous waves of grace in every direction across this planet, and honestly in every direction across all of quantum reality. So let's invoke these beautiful key code ascended master mentors who are here to celebrate you, to honor you, to uplift you, to inspire you, to encourage you. They don't need anything from you. They're here as your cheerleading squad. That's what's so exciting to me about the Sophia Dragon Tribe. So, in the north, we're going to welcome beautiful, crystalline presence of White Buffalo Woman. And White Buffalo Woman is key code 7 in the Sophia Code cosmology. And behind her is arriving the beautiful White Buffalo Star Nation. And you may feel their very powerful presence arriving as though they are riding across the heavens itself to be in your living room or your bedroom or your office space, wherever you're listening to this broadcast. And you may feel their beautiful fur and their stellar, peaceful eyes just piercing through your heart to just that you may feel how proud they are of you, how much they honor you, how much they admire you, because they know that you are on the trail. You are on that pathway of awakening to discover that the same purity that is exemplified in the white buffalo exists within your own heart. They see you, they're guiding you. And White Buffalo Woman is an embodiment of their teachings that we can relate to in human form. When we turn to the northeast, we welcome beautiful winged Isis. Isis arrives, and this evening she's wearing this very beautiful purple sheath of a gown. She also has a lot of course, Egyptian gold jewelry and her headdress. And as she's arriving, her wings are lifted up high and her arms are wide open. And I can already feel this beautiful violet flame, energetic healing being broadcasted to each of our hearts within our circle of light. And she's saying, welcome to the prayer collective. I'm so happy we get to spend this equinox together. We get to share in this very powerful portal together. And her transmission of grace that she's offering tonight from the Northeast is there's a transmutation that's happening collectively for those who are ready to receive it in this particular equinox. And she's saying it is this peeling away of layers that if you have experienced sadness, loss, great loss, or even abuse or tragedies in your life, she's saying these do not define you. And this is an equinox and the power of this portal that many layers are being pulled off of each and every one of us, and also from the collective, where humanity is choosing, and we are all choosing, although it might feel intimidating, it might feel scary, it might feel vulnerable to look beyond how we've identified with the past so that we can become fully sober and present to the grace of this moment in time. And so this beautiful violet flame healing that's coming from Isis's beautiful arms and her uplifted wings, and it's being sent to your arms and to your heart. She's saying, open up to receive the grace of my key code 1 transmission, to claim your sovereign divine inheritance, that you are a child of the Most High. You are a soul made in the image and likeness of God. And that means that we are all royalty. Every single one of us is held in the highest esteem of the Divine Mother and the Divine Father. We are all children of the Most High. We are all souls on a journey, remembering how precious we are. And this beautiful purple energy is being sent to now be infused within every cell of your body, from your throat, down your shoulders, down your back, through your arms. It's beginning to flood your heart. You may begin to feel also some beautiful purple flames around your heart space and out the back of your heart. And Isis is saying, this is my grace to you. I will never see you as anything other than holy, divine, royal. sovereign and free. She said, I will never see you as anything less than this. No matter what you have experienced in this world is but a dream that you are transforming through your willingness to be the grace of this world. She said, just as we went ahead of you, transforming the layers of darkness of our world into the brightest light of previous golden ages, so too are you placing your feet upon the path and lifting your own wings at this monumental time in history, where those in the future who will benefit from your living grace at this time, they will look upon these times that you are living in, that you are fulfilling prophecies of, by becoming the grace and peace of this world because you chose to accept who you really are and no longer fought against the truth of who you are right here, right now, in this present moment. And she's just smiling across from that northeast position, welcoming you into this sacred space. And now we turn to Isis's mentor in ancient Egypt, thousands and thousands and thousands of years before we recorded history that we have of ancient Egypt. And she is honoring her mentor standing in the east, which is Hathor. And Hathor has arrived in all of her golden radiance and glory with her beautiful Ascended Star Nation support team and angelic choir, the Hathor Star. Star Nation, the Hathor Star Nation. It's always a little startling for me when they come in. They're so beautiful. They're so powerful. Their voices are so clear. They literally sing us into a higher and higher frequency of joy, of bliss in the truth of who we are, calling us forth to resonate with how they feel about us, their gratitude, their golden gratitude, their immense divine love, and their incredible creative genius. I am hearing from Hathor, she opens this space of grace from the east, that there is a creative genius that is rising up within each of us individually and collectively at this time. And she's saying, allow this equinox portal, which honestly, the equinox portal is for close to a week. There's about 3 days before the actual equinox stargate that opens, and then there's the 3 days following as the stargate slowly closes. And in that 6 to 7 day period, there is a heightened awareness of what we are journeying through at this chapter in our life, but also there's a heightened awareness of where we want to become more deeply aware of the prayer that is praying us. And the prayer that is praying us is always the prayer of your higher self. Now, your higher self exists in all time, space, reality simultaneously and beyond the time and space continuum. Your higher self exists both in your future and in your past. Your higher self exists fully in your body in this present moment. Your higher self is the unlimited light and soul of your soul is made up of light in this world, and it goes in every direction simultaneously. And Hathor is saying, feel where you stand and place both feet in this present moment. And she's inviting you to open the center of your heart as a golden rose of light, where there's this central, beautiful sun that begins to open up from your heart. And she's saying, send that beautiful, powerful column of light from where you stand fiercely in divine love in this moment, all the way out 6 months ahead of you to the equinox that is 6 months away. And see yourself from where you stand, make a bridge of light to yourself in that equinox. It's only 6 months away from here. And feel like really let it be, not like a ribbon of light or a cord of light. Let it be like a full bridge of light, as though that light is so solid you could start walking with your feet right across that bridge to your future self 6 months from now, excuse me. That was funny. I really felt that time space jump there. So, okay, let's create the space with that beautiful bridge of light, but hold true to this present moment where you are in your circle of light in this present moment. And we're going to continue to invoke the rest of the key codes, and we're going to complete that beautiful bridge activation in just a few minutes. So, all right, in the Southeast, I'm welcoming beautiful green Tara, who's key code 3 of the Sophia Code, she of 1,000 stars. And it is such my great honor and privilege to be mentoring with green Tara. And perhaps as you feel her arrive, she is just beaming emeralds. She's literally glowing in this emerald green healing energy. And all of her dakinis, the order of dakinis, are arriving. This is her angelic order. These divine embodiments of different aspects of God consciousness, divine feminine consciousness, that protects this spiritual awakening process. There are many junctures along the pathway of spiritual awakening, especially and along the pathway of awakening through spiritual leadership and being of ministry to others, that can potentially knock us off center, that can potentially bring us to the very edge of vulnerabilities that we don't know if we can walk through. And that's where green Tara and all the Taras, because there's 21 emanations of Tara, as well as the order of dakinis, can come in and really carry you. They're called the sky dancers. Carry you with their diamond vehicle consciousness through the pain of transformation, through the alchemy that happens when we free ourselves from the demands of the ego structure and choose our sovereignty over codependency. These are guides that teach us that we don't have to be afraid of our greatest fears. These are guides that teach us, as we walk through our greatest fears, we actually access our greatest power. It's one thing to say those words, it's another thing to live them. And that's why we mentor with green Tara, because she helps us to unplug from the toxic cords of suffering that would cause us to stop being our most authentic selves, which is what we need to be as these embodiments of grace in this world. So if you've been experiencing a lot of transformation in this equinox, if you've been experiencing different levels of integration where your ego structure is letting go of certain codependencies and you're feeling the light of your soul filling you up with a greater understanding of the power of your sovereign divinity within every cell of your body, may you feel these waves upon waves of green Tara's emerald light flowing through you, as though these emerald waves of light are just lapping up on the shores of your body, where where your soul transfers into the form of your body. It's like your body is a manifestation of your soul. And so green Tara is sending that emerald green healing energy, filling all the light bodies of your soul, and they begin to wave over and begin to flow into your physical form. And just feeling how green Tara has got you. You may even feel like, after feeling the presence of white buffalo woman, of Isis and Hathor and green Tara, how ancient these mentors are. They have been helping humanity, as well as many other species, evolve into an awakened awareness of their sovereignty for millennia. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon millions of years. Can you imagine being of service for millions of years? This is why we would mentor with such exceptional ascended master teachers. You want to become your highest potential, you want to mentor with the best of the best. And so we give thanks that none of these ascended masters ever gave up in their journey of service and awakening, that they never gave in to the hatred and the attacks of their lifetimes. Instead, they held true and steady in the pathway of becoming embodiments of grace, divine love, forgiveness, and creative genius. And that's what we're all being called into. And so feeling that immense amount of support that we're receiving from all of these beautiful key codes, we stand with Mother Mary, turn and see that Mother Mary is there in the south with her arms wide open. And she is surrounded by her beautiful angelic order. And there are rose petals falling from the sky, flowing from her hands and from her heart, surrounding you in the grace of her rose teachings. Mother Mary is key code 4 of the Sophia Code, she of 1,000 roses. And Mother Mary is sending out this beautiful sky blue energy. And it's it's blessing your throat. And she's, this dove of peace is also flying from her heart to your heart. And this transmission from the order of the blue ray that she's sending to your body, heart, and mind is this peace, that she's transmitting this peace that you really are becoming the person that you wanted to become in this lifetime. And that there are many chapters of growth and there are many chapters of healing, but you already are that which you've been seeking to become. And so she's assuring you that she sees all of you, every part of you, past, present, and future. And that's why she's here standing with you. Every part of your journey is perfect to her. And she shares about that in the Sophia Code. Her whole chapter is about that, honoring your heroic human journey and how she mentors you to stay on the path of your highest future timeline, the one that you want the most for this lifetime, the timeline that you deserve to live the fulfillment of in this lifetime. Her beautiful mentorship, her divine love, and sometimes her firm guidance, yes, is here to keep us on the path of true and authentic awakening, the path of true and authentic service, no matter what anybody thinks about it. Because at the end of our lifetime, Mother Mary knows whose opinion really matters, and that's your own opinion of yourself and your relationship with God. Did you show up to what you promised your higher self you would do in this lifetime? Did you commune with God before you even came here and made a promise that you would fulfill something in this lifetime? This is what Mother Mary helps us fulfill in the Sophia Code. Her initiation is called Destiny as a Promise You Made to Yourself. And so in this beautiful blessing that she's offering you from the South, and the South is the gateway of life. The South is where we turn to make our prayers. When we're at different chapters and junctures of our life where we don't want to give up, we don't want to give in, we want to go even higher. We want to go even further. We want to go even deeper with where our love is guiding us to go next. So I'm going to invite us in this moment to pause with Mother Mary in the South, and to, if there is a prayer in your heart that has arisen all weekend on this equinox weekend, let's take a moment to be in the silence of this sacred space with the protection, the blessings, and the grace of these ascended masters, to feel what your prayer, the prayer of your heart is during this equinox. Perhaps you have a prayer to birth something new this year. Perhaps you have a prayer to let something go this year that you've really been needing to let go of. Perhaps you have a prayer to love yourself more. Perhaps you have a prayer to love others more. Perhaps you have a prayer to feel your own feelings in a new way and to know what your feelings are from the collective. Whatever your prayer is welcome here. And I open this space with silence so that you can speak your prayer out loud with Mother Mary and all of these Ascended Master mentors as your witnesses. The space of grace is the space that miraculous divine interventions arise from. Space of grace is where your prayers are already answered before you even utter them. The space of grace is Mother Mary's arms around you across all of your lifetimes, loving you beyond any religion or ideology, loving you heart to heart and eye to eye. Feeling this space of grace where Mother Mary's heart is temporarily, momentarily merging with your heart, bringing an unspoken blessing that you can hear through the song of her heart. And as we honor Mother Mary's blessing, we turn to the southwest to receive the presence of Mary Magdalene and Ascended Master Jesus by her side. And they're waving at you, standing at the center of your circle. They're smiling at you. They're feeling such an enormous gratitude for you, for your heart's willingness to be seen as a living angel in human form. They want to assure you that they know that there will be people in this lifetime that can't see you the way that you know who you are and what you are and the love that you bring into this world. But they want to assure you in this invocation that they see you very, very clearly and they love you with all of their hearts. And they truly and deeply feel you and everyone that's a part of this lightworker community across the world is a part of their shared mission. We are all a part of the same mission to anchor Sophia Christ consciousness, also known as Buddha consciousness or unity consciousness, here in this world at this time, this very pivotal time on the planet. And I invite you to witness that as Mary Magdalene raises her angel wings, you may begin to feel, if you've activated your angel wings, your own angel wings rising up within the center of your circle to mirror Mary Magdalene. And for those of you who are just becoming aware of your angel wings, the spiritual technology of your angel wings, maybe just become aware of those angel wings tucked behind your shoulder blades. Just feel what's being transmitted to you. The space of grace is acceptance of who you really are. And in the West, we welcome beautiful Kuan Yin and Maha Avatar Babaji. Kuan Yin is arriving with her vase of compassion, and she begins to pour her vase of compassion with this beautiful pink Divine Mother's liquid of healing light. It's like light water that fills your circle of empowerment. She's saying, this is a blessing for your heart. When we walk through Equinox portals, there is so much that's being rearranged within us that there's a great deal of compassion that we need to call upon to help us really integrate the depth of what we're releasing as well as what we're invoking, what we're stepping forward boldly into. All of this requires great courage, and courage matches really well with another word that starts with C, which is compassion. Courage and compassion. Compassion for the one who is this courageous. And you may even be bringing your hands to your heart to feel the presence of Kuan Yin's compassionate blessing filling your circle of empowerment with even more grace and gratitude for who you are. We now turn to the Northwest, where we invoke our final key code 777, with the Holy Seraphim, the Sophia dragons. And they, wow, there's so many of them arriving. It's just absolutely beautiful to witness their presence arriving here. And beautiful. There's actually a ruby red Sophia dragon that's arriving. It's the Sophia dragon of courage, on point with Kuan Yin's invocation, very unexpected. We also have, of course, the Seraph of Sovereignty, the Sophia dragon of sovereignty arriving. And then there are countless other Sophia dragons that are arriving, a full rainbow, including that beautiful primordial black Sophia dragons arriving as well. Wow. And I can just feel everyone's hearts just lifting up in the presence of these seraphs and the seraphim. And I'm just they're welcoming you to feel their transmission, their key code 77 transmission radiating to you as waves of light to the center of your circle. And as they greet you heart to heart, you may begin to feel your heart reconnecting as well to Hathor back in the east. So we've got this northwest connection with the eastern connection joining within your heart, supported by all these other key codes. We welcome a beautiful invocation of your higher self's presence to begin downloading from the seventh plane where instantaneous miracles and divine knowing exist. This waterfall of your own soul's light, your own sovereign soul's light, flowing down through your crown chakra, opening up your ear chakras, your eye chakras, flowing through your jaw, down your throat, flowing down the back of your shoulders, flowing down the back of your neck, opening up your heart center, flowing down the very central column of your body, your solar plexus, your sacral chakra, your root chakra, opening up, spinning open. And feeling that presence of your higher self radiating down your legs and connecting to the very heart of Mother Earth. And feeling the Mother Earth's energy rising up in joy of your sacred communion with her and rising back up through the center of your body, creating a toroidal field of light circulating from the seventh plane back through your body, down to the heart of the earth, circulating back up through your crown. You are being regenerated by your higher self's communion with both heaven and earth in the presence of these masters of light. I also welcome Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Ariel, Archangel Jophiel, as well as the Syrian archangels, the Palladian archangels, and archangels from Andromeda that carry the Christ light into this world, to protect all pilgrims walking this planet in their journey of awakening to their sovereign divinity. I give thanks for these angelic orders and also the order of virtues and the order of sacred flames to lift our hearts up as we each individually and collectively continue to receive this space of grace for instantaneous miracles and transformation to occur, according and directed by each of our higher selves for our highest and best good. I welcome the presence of the Holy Mother falling fresh upon each and every one of us. In the Sophia Code, we call the Divine Mother, we call the Source Sophia. It's a gentle name. It's a name that's ancient. It's a name that has the same 6 letters as the word source. It's a name that helps us step into a different relationship with the stories of a patriarchal God that we've all been healing from in this lifetime. But it's just a name. It's just a name. You can call it the source. You can call it Divine Father, you can call it Divine Mother, you could call it God or Goddess. It simply is that which birthed us into this incredible multiverse form. She is the voice that said yes to you. And we welcome this presence of the source, the rays of light, the primordial womb space, the constellations of divine love, to amplify this space of grace, for you to feel, to see how connected you are in this moment to all that is wishing you well, all that stands with you, all that supports you, all that lifts you up throughout the dragon ride of your spiritual awakening, your daily heroic human journey, your prayers to make an offering in this world and in this life. You are being lifted up into the presence of the Most High, that which thinks of you as the Most High. And I welcome the presence of Sophia, which is beckoning these beautiful Sophia dragons, these seraphim of light, these fiery creatures of light and sovereignty, to begin to bless every cell of your body. They are circling your circle of empowerment. They are flying above you. They are flying beneath you. And there's one seraph in particular, the seraph of courage, that would like to offer a blessing over your crown chakra. And if that feels appropriate for you, I invite you to just relax and receive. And you may feel these beautiful sacred flames of Christ consciousness in different colors, spectrums of the rainbow, and even colors that are not available to us to see on Earth, but they exist in other parts of the multiverse. And these colors are being downloaded through your crown chakra, and they're going to travel down the back of your spine, filling up every single one of your major 8 chakra system. And you're going to feel those beautiful seraphim flames radiating out from each of your chakras, spinning in your chakras, and also flowing right down your root and blessing your direct connection to the earth. And the seraph of courage has a message for us this evening. The seraph of courage is saying, courage does not actually feel like courage when you are unified with the flame of your soul within your heart. Courage becomes a divine knowing that must be spoken out loud, because you know in perfect faith that which you are is speaking through you. Therefore, that which is speaking through you is a gift to the whole world. And as you stand in the circle of your sovereignty, as you embody every cell of your body with the fierce divine love that you were born from and that you will radiate into this world, you will know that you are guided in all ways. And what would appear to others as courage, you will always know is but the sacred flame that burns brightly within you and is connected to every sacred flame that walks the earth with you. And there's these incredible waves of energy that this seraph of courage is blessing everyone's body, hearts, and minds with. And she's inviting you to very lovingly and tenderly turn back to Hathor in the east, where Hathor is waving and smiling at you with her golden grace. And she's like, ready? We're going to have some fun. This is the closing portion of our ceremony, and it's one of my favorite things to do. Because this kind of quantum jumping and quantum healing is honestly how I have brought so much healing and empowerment to my life. It's because I've practiced being an angel to myself through quantum healing, through going ahead of myself and actually going backwards in time and returning to time periods in my life and becoming that angel for myself in the past so that I can make it to this present moment. And so you can also do that forward in time. And Hathor, being our time traveling mentor goddess about quantum reality and how all form is actually quite limitless, including our form, she's welcoming you to focus your attention now back upon that beautiful bridge of light that's radiating from your heart to the future, 6 months into the future, the fall or spring equinox that's in 6 months into your future. And notice that the seraph of courage has now flown to become a part of that bridge from your heart to your heart 6 months from now. And so now there's this beautiful seraph dragon of a backbone to this bridge of light. And I invite you to visualize sending a part of you all to walk across that bridge of light to yourself 6 months in the future. And let's just take a moment to feel any feelings or hear any words or see any scenes or images that might come to you that are a part of the prayer that you're making right now. Perhaps you see the beautiful results of your focused intention, your daily discipline, projects coming to completion. Perhaps your body looks different. Perhaps there's a healed relationship. Perhaps there are new relationships. Maybe there's a new home or a new job. Perhaps you're in a new location. Whatever is happening 6 months from now, open your heart and send that courage to yourself at that future equinox that you've been so blessed with in this space of grace. You may even feel or witness yourself hugging yourself in the future. And if there is a message from your future self that you need to receive, allow those words or feelings to be imparted into you right now. Knowing that the Sophia Dragons and Hathor are creating the space for you to receive the information, the wisdom that you need. You may even identify that there's another quantum timeline through divine love that both of you could move on to. And if that's the case, allow the bridge to shift to a different quantum timeline. And you might feel some relief if that's what your future self is asking for you to do. Most importantly, be sure to thank your future self for this opportunity to feel their embrace. And be sure to receive the embrace of your future self, thanking you for being the person that was strong enough for them to become in the future. And you may even feel a cosmic giggle, some happiness, a high five. We welcome Hathor, bringing her beautiful Hathor star nation to surround both of these aspects of yourself, this present moment of yourself and your future self, in this beautiful golden orb of divine love and radiance and joy and bliss, blessings, prosperity, understanding, radiance. Notice how, as you connect to even more of yourself and your personal journey in this lifetime with the ascended masters, with the angelic orders, notice how anything that would interfere with your radiance just gets peeled back. It just moves out of the movie scene. It's just simply the gold light, the radiance, the sacred flame, the sun that you're standing in with your future self, this beautiful bridge of light. Your future is bright. And this amazing Sophia dragon keeping the portal open for you, supporting this time travel, this quantum leap. And as we come to this, the closing hour of this blessed ceremony of grace here on this equinox, I, I invite you to imagine all of the other Sophia dragons coming to fly with you. And they're circling around you in Hathor, the Hathor Star Nation, returning you back to this present moment, back to your heart, radiating now with that same golden grace, that spaciousness, that courage, that knowingness of the divinity that you are. Blessing every part of your human awareness, your human body, your daily life practice, your relationship with the ascended masters. Blessed, radiant grace. You are the grace of this world. And so, with all the love and gratitude in my heart for these incredible ascended masters and their incredible teachings and their absolutely life-changing unconditional love, we turn and we say thank you to each of these key code masters and these angelic orders and all of the ascended masters and guardian angels that are guiding us. And most importantly, I invite you to bring your hands to your heart. And let's practice that mantra that I've been sharing a lot about, the yes, thank you, I accept, I receive. And say that to your own heart. Let's say that to our own hearts together. Yes, thank you, I accept, I receive. Yes, thank you, I accept, I receive. One more time. Yes, thank you, I accept, I receive. Just feel how much you are receiving more of yourself this evening. How powerful you are, how multidimensional you are, how intuitive you are, how connected you are, how blessed you are, and what a blessing you are. From my heart to yours, thank you so much for joining us this evening for the Heaven on Earth Prayer Collective. I'm always so moved by your loving support, for all the ways that that we get to co-create this new paradigm of grace in this lifetime together. Sending out all of our gratitude on behalf of our entire team. Thank you so much. And our biggest gratitude to the Ascended Masters. We now close the ceremony of grace, knowing that we each go forward with these Ascended Master mentors and angelic guides with us in the hours, days, and weeks to come. I look forward to praying and meditating with you again in April. All my love to you. Namaste.